E3 is in full swing as we start day 2 of gaming's biggest event of the year. While this year it is all digital, the hopes of an in-person E3 in 2022 still keeps me at peace. But just because it's online doesn't mean we're missing out, since we've already got a new Avatar game, a new Rainbow Six, and FarCry 6 DLC allowing us to play as the villain. This E3 is one of the craziest yet. But what else are we hoping to see over the next few days? That's what we're exploring today. Greetings gamers and welcome back to Top 10 Gaming. I'm Connor Monroe and I've talked so much about FNAF that I nearly forgot how to talk about other things. But that's not stopping me for today's list of the top 10 games we want to see at E3 2021. Let's do it. And at 10, Sons of the Forest. Sons of the Forest is the long-awaited sequel for the indie game The Forest, announced at the 2019 Game Awards. So far we have a gameplay trailer, and that's about it. I love The Forest, it's a great game, and I look forward to playing the sequel, but I'm hoping that during the sweet indie showcase at 3 PM EST this Monday, I get some beautiful information and maybe even a potential release date for Sons of the Forest. I know that there have been plenty of delays due to COVID, especially with indie developers, so I'm unsure of the situation that Sons of the Forest is currently in, but it will be a great surprise and bring pleasure seeing End Night Games showcase their beautiful new engine and game. Plus, the Legacy is looking mad sus, if you know what I mean. And at 9, Elder Scrolls 6. The Elder Scrolls series is long due for another installment. The routine for Bethesda Softworks used to be one Elder Scrolls then a Fallout game switching each release. But now we're stuck waiting for literally any other information about the upcoming Elder Scrolls title. The very brief announcement trailer consisting of only a flyby of terrain was released at E3 back in 2018, with no other information since. No location, only speculation and theories, no plot, no characters aside from some slight developer videos, nothing. And as a man who loves the Elder Scrolls series, I am desperate for the slightest nugget of information about the latest installment. We think it's taking place in Hammerfell given the sandy desert-like terrain in the announcement, but again, that was 3 years ago. Todd Howard, for the love of Talos, please give us anything about this game. The Bethesda Microsoft panel is today, so I'm crossing my fingers and holding my breath, hoping for the slightest kernel of information. Please. And at 8, Halo Infinite. The latest Halo game dropped in 2015, and when this trailer, like the announcement for Elder Scrolls 6, dropped at 2018 E3, everyone was extremely hyped. I remember it was all my friends could talk about. However, much like other games on this list and in general, Xbox flagship series suffered due to COVID-19 and the global pandemic, resulting in multiple delays. Not only that, but the Xbox Series S and X are out and there is no Halo game for them, which I'm pretty sure was supposed to be this one, and it's honestly kind of a sin. Halo Infinite is bound to appear at the Microsoft Bethesda press conference to take place later today, actually in like an hour or so, if this video is going out when it should, or hell, maybe it's happening now if it's going out later, or if you're watching it later, or maybe it's already happened. But either way, we're hoping to finally get a release date or maybe even some gameplay for Halo Infinite, or should it be the other way around? Some gameplay or maybe even a release date. I think that makes more sense. Whatever, I already said it. It's not like we have the magic of editing or anything. And at 7, Elden Ring. Elden Ring was announced at E3 2019, and with no E3 2020 taking place, we're certain we'll be seeing at least a little information about this Dark Souls spin-off. While yes, these types of games are always a hit, take Demon Souls for the PS5 for example, which even I bought despite never playing a Dark Souls game, the fact that Hidetaka Miyazaki is teaming up with George R.R. Martin is setting expectations high for both world building and story. A rich story full of unexpected deaths where no character is safe always makes for a compelling narrative, and we know George does not shy away from even killing off the fan favorite characters. However, considering how he hasn't even finished that last book, we may be waiting a while for some real developments, not taking into consideration the global pandemic. And at 6, Gotham Knights. The latest game in the Batman series, Gotham Knights, is set after Batman dies, and will allow us to play in a co-op Batman game as the Bat Family, including Batgirl, Robin, Nightwing, and Red Hood. And while yes, the mark made by this series sets the bar high, everyone was flipping out when this game was first announced back at DC Fandom last year. It was so hyped that we even did a double upload that day about this game and Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, which honestly we don't really care about at this point, but come on, I want to kick ass as the Bat Family. The Arkham series of games has been stellar and Arkham Knight was incredibly insane, so expectations are high for Gotham Knights. But hopefully, when Warner Bros. Gets their moment, we'll see more than just Back 4 Blood, which I'm also excited about. But it's not on this list. Halfway through and at number 5, Battlefield 2042. Battlefield 2042 is a first-person shooter video game developed by EA DICE and published by EA. It is the 17th installment in the Battlefield series and is scheduled to release on October 22nd, 2021, and October 15th, 2021 for Gold Edition and Ultimate Edition. Those are kind of like pre-release things. but it's set to have no campaign and no battle royale mode, which is disappointing for some players. The Battlefield series has been a titan in gaming, and I know that while there is no battle royale, 128 player combat on PC is something to get excited for. The game is set for pre-order, but hopefully we'll get some more information at E3 before the game actually releases. I haven't played Battlefield, I don't really have any friends who played it since they played Call of Duty, but 128 player combat is absolutely nuts. Can I get my knife golden camo though? That's the question. And for Breath of the Wild 2. Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild is a Switch game I haven't had the chance to play, unfortunately, mostly because I'm broke. However, the game is highly praised by both my friends and the community for being one of the best Zelda games to date in many of their eyes. So it's going to take a lot to follow an act like that. So will Breath of the Wild 2 live up to the hype created by the first Nintendo Switch launch title? Well, Nintendo has had 4 years to give us another amazing experience, however we do need to consider the pandemic. And while the game may not release until late next year or even after, fans of the series I'm sure are fine with waiting if we'll be getting the same sort of experience as we did the last time. I still need to play that one in all honesty, and Sword and Shield. I have quite a few Switch games to play. I only got one because my roommate was moving out and I wanted my Let's Go Eevee shinies, but yeah, and Steve in Super Smash Bros. Getting close to the end in at number 3, FNAF Security Breach. You thought it was going to be a top 10 gaming video without mentioning FNAF. That's funny. The long-awaited latest installment in the Five Nights at Freddy's series is all this channel's comments have been about. Well, that and how we should stop covering FNAF so much. Despite what may have occurred recently, we still can't wait to theorize about the latest installment. While unsure about financially supporting, we know that there are still plenty of fans dying to get some new information about where this insane story is taking us next, and if we can get any new information for theories about who is Vanessa, who Gregory is, and what the full plot of the game will be. I personally honestly doubt that we'll be getting any new info since the game is set for a late 2020 release due to COVID delays, but if we do, you know we'll be covering it as soon as it happens. The Indie Showcase, like I said, is coming up on Monday, which is tomorrow as this is going out, so my theorist brain will be a-working, but I don't think it will be used much. I don't think we're getting much from Steel Wool about this game until its actual release. But ultimately, in at number 2, Starfield. What is it with Bethesda and announcing things and then going dark, especially in 2018? Starfield was also given a slight announcement / promo at E3 2018, and since then the project has gone absolutely dark, no pun intended. Because, you know, it's a space game. Anyway, we have gotten absolutely nothing since this announcement, even less than Elder Scrolls 6. We know so little about this game that when you Google Starfield, you get the announcement video from 2018, and then 2 other videos from like a couple of weeks ago that are basically saying what the hell is going on with Starfield and why haven't we heard anything. One of them is actually named What the Hell is Going On with Starfield. It's crazy how little we know about this, and if Bethesda doesn't give us something this year, I think it's time to give up. Stop buying and playing Bethesda games until Todd Howard gives us what we want. We already bought Skyrim 6 times, Todd. Give us some Starfield or I will riot in my home while watching the conference. I had written, I'm actually in the office because of E3, so I will riot quietly at my desk and have all my coworkers look at me weird, but I showed up to the office today and no one was there, so I will riot quietly in my home. Do it, Todd. I'll do it. Don't test me. Finally, in at number 1, Dying Light 2. I didn't play the first Dying Light game, but if there is one thing that I've loved since I saw American Ninja Warrior, it's parkour. And not only that, but using parkour to kick the crap out of zombies whilst trying to save what could be the last human civilization on Earth. Sign me the hell up. Dying Light 2 is a zombie survival parkour action game that takes games like Left 4 Dead and combines them with Mirror's Edge, and it's kind of my jam. This game is set to release December 7th of this year, but I still want more gameplay footage. We've gotten a lot, but the more I see, the more excited I get. This is 100% on my to-play list, and I love the fact that your choices matter and will have an impact on the world, as opposed to where dialogue options or quest results have little impact. Like in Skyrim, where I literally save the world 3 times, have full Daedra gear, and a guard will still mock me asking if someone stole my sweet roll. Yeah, they did. So what? Either way, the game premiered at E3 2018, but hopefully we'll get a little more this time around. There we have it, friends, the top 10 games we want to see at E3 2021. What are you hoping to see, and are you watching E3 on Twitch, or are you just waiting for YouTubers to cover it? Let me know down below. Thank you all so much for watching. I have been in show, I'm Connor Monroe, and I'll see you in another video. Todd Howard, for the love of Talos, shut up and let's get this over with.